Hi everyone, it's the Weekend Farmer here, and today I want to talk to you guys about cucumbers. So every year I grow about 4 to 6 plants and I always get a lot of cucumbers, but I always wonder, what am I going to do with all these cucumbers? Because I don't want it to go bad, but I want to eat it. So how do I preserve it so I can enjoy it for much longer? So one cucumber plant can produce a lot of cucumbers, and the more you pick, the more it grows. So I was out in the garden earlier this week and picked a handful of cucumbers. I actually missed a few cucumbers and they got so big that they turned yellow and they weren't really that good to eat. So I realized I needed to stay on top of my cucumber picking. A few days later, I went back to the garden and I came back with another handful of cucumbers. So in a matter of a few days, I had a ton of cucumbers. So I didn't know what I wanted to do, but then I realized, I really like pickles, so maybe I can make some fridge pickles. So today I'm going to show you how to use your garden fresh cucumbers for a quick and easy recipe called fridge pickles. So the ingredients that you'll need is about 6 cucumbers, which is about 4 to 5 pounds, and you want to slice the ends off of each cucumber and then slice them about a ½ inch thick. You can slice it a little bit thinner if you want. I like it a little bit thicker. Just know that the thicker you slice it, the longer you may need to keep it in the brine for all the brine to soak up in the cucumber. Now I'm going to slice the red onion, and you can also use another variety like a Vidalia onion, which is more sweeter. If you use a regular white or yellow onion, just know that the flavor may be a little bit strong, so it may overpower the cucumber, or if that's all you have, just use a little bit less. And then we're going to slice the bell pepper. So this is a bell pepper that I grew from the garden. I'm going to take the seeds out of it and then I'm going to slice it. Know that you can also use other colors if you want to get creative. So reds, yellows, or orange. I wouldn't recommend dicing or chopping these because the smaller the pieces are, the more that flavor of the bell pepper may overpower the cucumbers. And then I'm going to mix it all together in a bowl and set it aside. Now I'm going to get my burner out with my pot and mixing spoon, and I'm going to turn it on to medium heat. Put my pot back on the flame, and then I'm going to add vinegar. So I'm actually going to triple this recipe and do 3 cups of vinegar. To that, I'm going to add 3 cups of sugar. You can play around with this ratio if you want. If you don't want it as sweet, or if you want it more sweet, or if you want it more tangy, just adjust the vinegar and sugar ratio. Then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of salt. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of yellow mustard seed and then 1 tablespoon of celery seed. To this, I'm going to mix it well, and I'm going to heat up the mixture until the sugar has dissolved completely. Once the salt and sugar has dissolved, I'm going to turn off the heat and set it aside so that the mixture can cool down. Now I'm going to get my containers and stuff it with my veggie mix. So I'm using a glass 32-ounce mason jar here, but you can also use one of those plastic to-go containers that you get from takeouts. So I ended up using 2 32-ounce glass container and then one of those 32-ounce plastic container, but only half fit in that plastic container. And then what I'm going to do is now pour the brine into each container. I want to try to fill it up till it gets most of the veggies covered. Keep in mind that once the veggies sit in the brine, the cucumbers are going to shrink a little bit, and then you'll get a little bit excess water. And now we have fridge pickles. So the last thing to do is just to label them and put them in the fridge. You'll want to let this sit in the fridge for at least 24 hours before you eat them. Again, if you have thicker slices, go a little bit longer. but these will stay good in the fridge for several weeks for you to enjoy. If you found value in this video, please click the like button and consider subscribing for future garden and recipe videos. Thanks for watching!